This video is to talk about how to send a design between your computer and your Horizon Link, your Horizon Link Suite program, which is on our PC, our computer, and our Janome 15,000 embroidery machine. So the first step is that, of course, you have to install the Horizon Link Suite program using the CD that came with your machine. Second step is to make sure that you have this installer, which is the driver, actually installed here and activated on the program. What this is this is the link that makes the program communicate with your machine. So what will happen when you click on this is you're going to get a little message coming up asking if you want to allow the program to make changes to your computer, and you will say yes to that. And then that connection is made and it's there for good. All right, so let's send a couple of designs over to our machine. Let's open the embroidery link tool. And let's go ahead and open up the Edit Embroidery Designs. Now, this is not a tutorial about how to use this program. All we're talking about now is sending designs. So let's first of all talk about opening a design. And I think what I'll do is, sometimes you get that message asking if it wants to load your new machine, your designs up. Let's pick this egg. All right. What you will first of all need to notice is that up here in this home tab, you've got various methods of dealing with embroidery designs. You can send designs over. This will work for sending either with your Wi-Fi connection or with your USB direct connect cable. You can receive designs from your machine also. Let's just say you were working on a design that maybe you're working on a layout or something in the embroidery edit mode. You could receive that design onto your sewing machine, from the sewing machine to the computer. You can write a design using this function. This will write a design onto either a USB stick or onto the built-in folder of your sewing machine. And then this file manager is actually a place where you can open this file up and you can actually just deal with all the files that you might have stored on one of your USB sticks. All right, so first of all, let's talk about using a USB to send a design. Now, this is pretty obvious. If you've been using a computer for a while, you know about how to send or how to write a design onto a USB. So I just inserted mine into my computer, send away those messages. And let's just say I'm ready to send this design over onto my USB stick. So what I would do is I would use this write a design. It will open up this little window in which it will give me the opportunity to choose where it is that I want to send my design. So right now, let's see what's going on. I'm looking at my machine here too. I'm going to first of all let's see. Oh, this is the sewing machine section. Excuse me. A little turned around here. My machine's making noises over there and I need to see what's going on. So right here, if we've got this turned on, we are going to be able to choose if we want to send this design or write this design onto a USB that might be in either port number 1 or port number 2 on our machine, or if we want to store it in the built-in section of our sewing machine. If we want to use the USB drive that's in our computer, we would just select it here. We could select one of the folders that we might have on our USB drive. We could rename this file. Let's just say I am going to send this over into this folder right here. I would probably want to rename it. So I'm going to call this egg. This is just for demonstration purposes. Say OK. And then I could send the design over and it is going into the folder on my USB stick. All right, similar process. As you can see, if we wanted to write this design to the sewing machine, one of the things that we can do is, again, pick out the folder. Let's just go back up. Let's see where we're at here. Sewing machine, I can send it to the built-in folder. These are some of the folders that you see here that I actually have in the hard drive of my sewing machine. I could pick one of these folders, give my design a name, and then send it on over. Okay, same thing if I had a USB stick in my machine. I'm just clicking this downward arrow up here in this little navigation toolbar, and I could pick one of the USB drives, number 1 or number 2, that's built in under the category of the built-ins. There's the folder for the built-ins. Here are the USB drives. Okay, that's how you send it using a USB drive. How about if we wanted to use the direct connect cable? Very simple. What I need to do on my computer is now connect my USB cable to my computer to the sewing machine. All right, once that is inserted, I can actually now come up to the send a design to my sewing machine. But the one thing I do need to do is come up to this applications button, and under connection settings, you're going to have a choice if you're going to use your USB connection. So remember, this could be either the USB stick, it could be this USB cable. And all I need to do there is say OK, because the driver is now communicating between my computer and my machine. If I select the send button, the thing you could not see because it's not part of this video is that my screen on my sewing machine actually changed. I saw a little flash where it's kind of an information screen showing that my computer and my machine were talking to each other. And the egg is now over on the screen of my sewing machine ready to sew. So that's how you can use your direct connect cable. The other thing that I could use my direct connect cable for is I could also write this design into the directly over into the machine, even if I did not have a USB stick here. So what I'm going to do now, actually, to show you that, is I'm going to come down here and eject my USB. Oh, it's saying it's currently in use. Sometimes it doesn't want to let it come back out of there if the program is still open. Yeah, it's not going to let me. But you could also send your design using the cable over into the built-in section of your machine. Okay, how about the Wi-Fi connection? Let's take a look at that one. So again, applications button, change your connection setting to the Wi-Fi. Now this one here is going to do one of two things. Prior to using the Wi-Fi connection, you have to set your machine up so that it also is connected to the router in your home. And you have to put that router address into the sewing machine so that it will then begin to communicate via the Wi-Fi connections. My router's kind of far away from my sewing area, so sometimes when I search for my machine, it doesn't find it. Let's hope it does right now for this video. Yeah, there it is. So this is my sewing machine. I just need to select it, and I can say OK. And now that connection is made between the computer and my machine. And when I send the design this time, actually, I think I was going to change my design just so that I could demonstrate this, but I could go ahead and send this now. I'm getting the same message on my sewing machine to say that it's communicating, and the egg is now on my ready to sew screen. So that's how easy it is to send it via Wi-Fi also. So what we have covered in this video is how to send a design using a USB stick. It can go over into a USB stick that we have connected into our computer. It can go over into the sewing machine, either into the built-in section of the sewing machine or into a USB stick we might have selected over there. This is the one that's the USB that's currently in my computer. So that's the option of sending it via USB. The other option we have is to use the send button, and the send button will work with both the direct connect cable as well as through the Wi-Fi connection, as long as we've set it up over here in our connection settings. So I hope that this video was helpful in showing you how easy it is to get a design out of Horizon Link Suite over into your Janome 15,000. This also works with any other Janome machine that has a program similar to Horizon Link Suite. I know the AccuTools S program that comes with the Skyline 9 works a similar way. And anyway, back to your little design. Happy embroidering. Thanks for watching.